Good day, friends. Noella here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an international student from Kenya, studying in Lithuania in Eastern Europe. Yeah, I make videos on international student life, the good, the bad, and anything in between. And this vlog is actually more of a dedication to me. You know, they say in psychotherapy, we say that's the first stage in treatment or whatever issues you're feeling is acceptance. And this is like me accepting that I am very indisciplined and inconsistent young lady. And perhaps in creating this video I'm literally embarrassing myself right now, that in creating this video is gonna change that, because I think not only myself but just as young people we lack discipline, and that's like preventing ourselves from going to places that we want to go. And in order for me to avoid the regrets in the 40s and 60s, I need to be more accountable, more consistent. Disciplined is everything in life. Yeah, I say like an indisciplined person is a slave to their emotions and whatever they are feeling. But if you're disciplined, regardless of what you're going to do, you are going to do what you have to do to go to where you're trying to go. Yeah, that is tunasema ni kwa Kiswahili
Location?
No, mka something of vitenzi. Like I've talked so many things in between that is confusing, but anyways, you'll get. So this is more of me setting intentions for myself and for anybody who can relate. Like this video so that we can just spread the message of discipline, consistency in our lives. Yeah. Currently, let me talk about books. I should probably even say, like, the first point is I would like to read more. Currently, I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is my laptop because sometimes my head, I can talk a lot, so I feel like I need to structure my thoughts. And what he says is that there is two aspects when it comes to building discipline, and there's like goal orientation or system creation. That if it's goal orientation, in my example, I will say like, I need to lose weight, or I need to be arranging my clothes, color coordination, or just lead a more organized life. Yeah, that is the goal. And I will do that like for clothes. I'm arranging clothes every time I do laundry. I do laundry once a week. That is when my closet is perfectly arranged. Or I'm going to the gym 3-4 times a week. Once you get to that goal, you feel like you've achieved, then you're like, yeah, I'm good. I've done something important. I'm doing well. But he's saying that is not really the best way of pursuing discipline, because once you've reached the goal, that is how you become again comfortable. But if we build systems are like small, tiny, consistent efforts that are a build up to this huge discipline, like whatever huge thing, like an item. Going to the gym 3-4 times a week, very well. Eating well, yes. Sleeping enough, yes. Consistently moving, just taking a walk instead of the bus, going using the stairs instead of the lifts. Such things are like building blocks to the whole thing that you are trying to achieve, which is a more fit. And you will see, like, even if you stop going to the gym, you can maintain your weight by doing all these activities that you're doing. So that is how the difference. I hope you've gotten it. So I am setting intention, because this is a video to myself. I'm gonna watch this video. Of course, I'll watch it throughout this year, but I think I'm gonna react to it same time next year and see what I've been able to achieve, because I need this, and I think most people actually need it. So definitely the first thing that I'm working on is defining everything on my own terms. No more group. I'm not moving in a group mindset. I'm either as a woman, as a black person, yeah, which other, like my course, I'm doing a master's in social work. I'm not putting myself as like a social worker. I don't want to group myself in any group, because that one is putting myself in a box. I want to be able to leave lots of room for flexibility, for adjustment, for learning. Yeah, like I can easily take an online course on design, right? Because you'll be like, oh, a social worker doesn't need design. No, I might take an online course like for painting, or doing what do they call, acrylic paints. Yeah, like I've seen on IG, they're like so cute. I can, those are the things. I don't want to put myself in any box, because I don't want to move as a group. I want to define everything. I want to define how I like my nails done. I want to like which makeup works best on my face. Yeah, and in this way, to create a brand that I think fits me and my identity. This also is part with, you know, with goal setting that I have written. Don't try to zoom in because you can't even see. I have really bad handwriting. So when I was like writing my goals, I did like, this is like yearly goals, then this are quarterly. So for every quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and then these are like things that I need to do on a daily basis consistently, those small habits. And every time I achieve, like with the first quarter, when I achieve something, I'm gonna be able to tick it. Yeah, I achieved that. So, you know, when I'll be perusing, I'll be like, wow, you know, that's what you did. So such things like the smallest items, I'm getting into details. And also as women, we achieve a lot when we attract, while men achieve a lot when they pursue. Yeah, for a woman, if you pursue something, it doesn't come to you. You get tired and fatigued so easily. You become very resentful. But if you're just in this element of attracting, accepting, receiving, things come your way, you'll be surprised. And that's what people call manifestation. But you have to be able to identify what is that, then to bring it to you. That's what I've learned. Second thing is maximizing on what I can control, and what I can't control, I let it be. Yeah, I can control what I'm putting in my mouth, what I'm consuming, whom I'm following on Instagram. Yeah, the amount of hours I'm sleeping, the books I'm reading, the people I'm interacting with, that I can control 100%. I'm acing that. What I can't control is the weather. Yeah, I can't control how I'm treated in my workplace. I can't control how my neighbor, sometimes he smokes in his bathroom, and the smoke comes to my bathroom, and it sometimes makes me angry, but I can't control that. Yeah, and I think I listen to Sadhguru a lot. I don't know if you guys know him, like an Indian mystic, and his thoughts are like so amazing, that because we cannot control what we cannot control, we adjust to it. So it's like a flexibility thing. From experience, to like being more like water, and taking shape. Yeah, that you can maneuver everything. That is what flexibility is to me. You can maneuver through any situation. You can fit in a bottle, you can fit in the flask, you can fit where else do water fit, you know, in a box, whichever. Just like being like what. And my skin looks good. Another thing was, you know, working on mindset. It's crazy how, like, I think the most powerful tool we have is our mind, and it doesn't get enough PR. And sometimes, you know, what we feed into our minds ultimately gets back to us, and that's one thing that I really want to work on. I've done my due diligence. I did my therapy. And I think everybody should seriously go. Not everybody, yeah, most people should go to therapy. Like, it's amazing. And not only go to therapy, but also graduate. I honestly don't understand people who go for therapy for 3 years or even a year. What are you doing there? I think with therapy, again, okay, it depends with your issues, yeah, but it should be, the point is to be able to identify your issues and to be equipped with skills so that you can, you know, you can be proactive and one, prevent the triggers, or if it happens, to be able to have to practice these skills and mitigate or resolve the issue. Yeah, because if you go for therapy for too long, you create a sort of codependency with your therapist, and they give a lot of validation, because yeah, you're allowed to think what you think, it's okay to feel what you feel, but ultimately, in my experience, it takes away the aspect of personal responsibility. Because if somebody is continuously validating you, or that you're okay, nothing is wrong with you, you're not the only one, and all these things are true, but when will you learn to be able to facilitate this process on your own? So that is something you need to probably think about. Another point, how do I say that, I really need to be more accountable to myself, yeah, like loyal to myself. Am I loyal to myself? If I say I'm going to do something, do I see the end of it? And many a times I actually don't. And like, why would I expect another person to be loyal to me when I'm not even loyal to myself in the first place? So I want to be more loyal to myself. Yeah, I want to be strong mentally. I want to be okay with being alone. I'm still okay, but it's like I still have those times. Probably it's human, but it doesn't really have to be that way. Another thing that I've learned this year, and I no, last year, but still I need to like do a 2.0 version of it, is the power of intention. That to be intentional about everything that I do, the people I interact with, what I buy, places that I go. Yeah, and this I think comes with hand in hand with like a strategy, first, like your life as a person. Do you have a strategy, or you're just living for the sake of living? Are there places that you go? Are you networking? Are you meeting the necessary people who will help you go to the next stage of your life? Are you having friends who support you, who keep you accountable and be like, no, you say you won't do it, why are you doing it? You get such things. And those are the elements that I'm really keen on. Taking calculated risks, not just risk to be reckless, but it's like, yeah, you see like this and this and this formula of life or whatever, you know, you're trying to create that aspect, and you're like, you calculate like, okay, let me see, and it's like how to mitigate as well. Reading books is the other aspect that I have lately been so passionate about. To be honest, TV is like, okay, no, I won't say TV is a waste of time, is how you're using it. If you're just there to watch drama, to watch reality shows, what else do people watch? What do you watch?
Where?
On Netflix.
On Netflix. I watch anything. Interesting. What's being rated?
Yeah, personally, no. To be honest, and my friends will tell you, I would watch. Of course, there are shows that I love and I've been following, and I have to, finish because I'm invested. Yeah, cook shows, anything with food, wine, travel, and documentary series. Could be in sports. I love Formula 1, so I've watched the F1 show. I love sports. I've watched some on NFL and stuff like that. Because we've had to, why am I saying this? Because if you notice, movies are trying to send, that thing is loud. We're hungry, so we are cooking lunch, and it's 15:28. We haven't even eaten. So it's like a branch. Anyways, I think the TV is really teaching people how to victimize, like a victim mentality. Let me give you an example. How do most shows on Netflix portray black people as drug, selling weed, selling cocaine, being the lawbreakers. That is, you don't want to watch that. You don't want your kids, you don't want your nephews, your nieces to grow up watching like that, such things. I mean, yeah. Women are portrayed as like they need to be saved. That is why a lot of women are seated, not really taking action, bossing up, because why? They want somebody to come and rescue them. That is not reality. Save yourself. It's your duty to yourself. Another thing you will see, how are rich people portrayed? Rich people are portrayed as sad, as mean, yeah, and this sometimes unknowingly puts things in your head that whenever you see a rich people, you're just all of a sudden like angry, yeah. You feel like they're taking something away from you, and that way you're repelling from looking for opportunity, being an opportunist. And you should be an opportunist. Take take advantage of opportunities that are presented to you, and or create opportunities for yourself. I was supposed to talk about this before. As black privilege, opportunities comes to those who create it. It's written by one American radio host. I love this book. He's called Charlamagne the God. And I tell all my black friends who are in predominantly white environments to please read this book, because it's gonna change your. It's changed mine. I think it's the fourth time I'm reading it. There is actually like, how many minutes? 18 minutes. Shush. So I said I can talk. I used to be a head girl, so I can really like talk and in the assembly. There is one chapter. Sometimes, as black people, when we are in predominantly white environment, we want to shy off. We want to put ourselves like at the, backbenchers. Don't do that stuff. It's an honor to be a black person, but you have to believe it. You have to carry yourself like that, because if you're not proud of yourself, why would anybody else be proud? If you're not getting opportunity for yourself, why would anybody get opportunity for yourself? I think the last chapter, like access your you can't even see. It's like access your black privilege. Follow me on Instagram. Like, it's there's more action there. So he says, like, I wake up every day believing I have the privilege of being black. How else am I supposed to feel? And if you're a black person reading this and feel otherwise, then in the word of Malcolm X, who taught you to hate yourself? Sometimes before other people hate us, we have already hated on ourselves. So this is something that you need to be very, very aware of. That's why I'm like, TV, I don't want to watch a movie that shows a black person as, a drug lord, or even like that street peddler. It happens, but it's not every black person that does that. I have some friends here who they've told me, like, they are walking around and just guys go to, especially the guys, yeah. For us, not so much. For women, I mean. And the kids, probably teenagers or just young adults, they just go to them like, do you have weed? And they're like, what? You don't even know me. But it's like, how will a 13-year-old person who's never been in such a black environment know a black person is related to drugs? It's because of what they're watching. So such things you need to be aware of, yeah. Another thing that actually bothers me, Harriet, have you noticed that in a lot of shows they glamorize one night stand? Like, a girl is picked up from the club, they go with a guy, then the guy the following day will call them and bring flowers. That is not reality. Say on the ground things are different. For ground between any difference. It doesn't happen.
That reminds me of the ordeal on the past when you were having a
actually
That's what they
happened.
watch.
Yeah, it's like we were like we were, what was it called, fireworks, yeah,
Yeah.
in the old town. Some guys were like, oh, do you want sex? We have not, guys. We don't even, we're not even showing us. We are wearing very long coats. They're like, how much, how much, how much? Because that's what they've been watching in movies. And also like, read books, my dear. Listen to podcasts. I love my previous video on skincare. I normally take like 20 minutes or 10 minutes, 15 doing skincare, and in that time I would play a podcast in my bathroom and just say something, learn something, like continuous learning. My favorite topic. Ooh, Femininity Journey. I'm a very, you know, I'm a good looking girl. I rate myself 6.5 out of 10. But the point on this year is like to get this 6.5 like a 7.5, you know. So definitely this year I want to elevate my looks. I want to be more feminine. I want to be, you know, very, very much on my business. Yeah. Again, I think, and I'm so grateful, like, you know, when you go on a journey and you really don't know what's gonna happen, I'm so grateful that I came to this side, because, you know, this side, Eastern Europe, you know, with Russian women, Polish, Latvian, Estonian, Lithuanian, when you meet them in the street, like in Dubai or wherever, maybe in Asia, you really won't know the difference. You just think like, oh, these are Russians, yeah. These women are pretty. Again, it's genes, and two, a lot of modifications. I'm aware that plastic surgery here is quite normal. It's very accepted. Most clinics are offering it, as I mentioned in the other video, and so like you can just go and get work done. It's not such a major thing. And so in this regard, I definitely intend to work on myself. I would like to lose a bit of weight. I want to, how I style my clothing, yeah. Definitely. And also Femininity Journey meaning that I would like to learn more about money. I want to be smart about my money and just go after my, I don't want to say dreams, because dreams is what we get when we are like young girls, or I think after 25 you really stop, you have to stop dreaming. It's just like about plan, goals, yeah, and going after them fearlessly. Like, guys, I'm so fearless. I'm just going for what I want. So you might join me as well. Learn one or two, hopefully. Yeah, and I'm also like, I'm not wearing lashes, because I realize whenever I get lash extension, I swell here because of inflammation. It's happened 3 times, so I'm not so keen so to wear them anymore. Definitely those are my commitments, and if you relate to any of what I've mentioned, or you just like the vibe here, sorry about the noise, subscribe, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and let's go on this journey. Be passionate about life. There's even nothing like the future. Future is now. Future is a mirage. Future is now. So yeah, join me. I'm going to lean now. This channel is the future is definitely leaning more now on the femininity side, leveling up journey, being more pretty. We'll share, you know, beauty tips. I won't say makeup, because like I do very basic makeup. Again, I am quite good looking. I'm confident, like I'm pretty, to be honest. Serious. That's validation right there. No, but I know I do look good, so I only just do very, 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 very simple stuff. Yeah, so if you like such content, like, again, no, I've already said that. So guys, see you on the next one. Be awesome, be be great, be grateful. Oh, I will leave you with one quote that I had. I was listening to Oprah's book, like, I can't remember, oh my god, I can't remember, sorry. But what she was saying, like, is like, bless your life by counting your blessings. Like, for us, like, today we were outside and we were just like laughing, and you know, people are looking at us weird, like, ew, why? And you're like, you're breathing. You have a family that loves you. You have friends who support you. Yeah, you have shelter, you have food. What is there not to be joyful about? So, but in being grateful, more comes to you. Okay, what else? I've already mentioned 2 books. I would recommend this book as well, 12 Rules for Life and Antidote to Chaos. Young people, we are very chaotic because we are trying to figure out a lot, and then with social media, you know, sometimes we want to fasten the process. Things that used to take 10 years probably for people to achieve, we want to do it in 2 years. One is very, very possible, but then we also have to be able to understand our reality. Yeah, I would say, if you feel confused, you're feeling stuck, this one will put a lot of things into perspective. It's helped me. I recommend it to a lot of friends, and I'm recommending it to you. You can even listen to the podcast. He talks about it on his channel. He's a great man, a great psychologist, clinical psychologist. Yeah, and I want to continue talking. No, I need to eat, and we need to do some other stuff. Guys, thank you again. See you, bye.